Na 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 na, it's what the podcast. Na 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 na, what the podcast. Apparently from your grandma's bingo hall.
Yeah.
Welcome back, what the podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch, as always, producer Cara, Tafolla, the lovely, honorable Annie the Skovmand.
I thought you were going to say the lovely Ani.
Guys,
All that.
first one's free today.
Okay,
Ready for
yeah.
it? Ready? Here it comes.
You've
Yeah.
been really stoked about it. Let's hear it.
First,
You remember Miley Cyrus's ex, Liam Hemsworth?
Yes, I just saw
He
this.
is apparently trying to sue her for defaming his character in that popular song Flowers. Do you think he has a case?
no.
He said that he possibly his world rating or whatever, his likability score has gone down so much that they're talking about taking him off the project that he has, the show he's on on Netflix.
I'm sorry, what was that thing
It's
you
like
just said?
it's like a likability score. Like they run like
Is that a thing?
yeah, so like when they're hiring people for shows and stuff like that, they run
Wow.
like these test groups to see if people would watch them. Like it's the same reason people who have like done bad things and then been kind of like not necessarily like kicked out of Hollywood, but kind of like blacklisted because no one wants to work with them because they're
Wow.
like, oh, like they're just gonna tank whatever movie because no one likes them right now.
That sounds like that Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
Your-
I was also
your meow
thinking,
meow
like,
beans.
I feel like we're moving out of the world of any
Cancel
press.
culture?
Any press is good press. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like
no press,
growing
good
up,
press.
like bad press was kind of like good too. I mean, like there was no like
Yeah,
bad
totally.
press, right?
Like MTV, like the internet, like it's all, like if you're being seen, that's
But maybe
good.
people
you're
have a
standing
conscience
out.
now, I guess, or something, which is kind of annoying.
I feel like somebody could turn around and then hire Liam Hemsworth for something, but I don't know.
He's still hot.
I
so
feel like,
Yeah,
but also
I mean, that'll never go
what
away.
has he been doing? Like,
nothing.
I feel like he really wasn't
He was in those Hunger Games movies, but that's last
What?
I remember.
like circa.
Well, it's
10
going to
years
be a
ago.
tough.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
2012.
tough case because she doesn't like directly name him in any way. I mean, like there are all these subtle Easter eggs, right? But like,
yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got a case because Homie is dead after that one.
The
like
thing that I
fully
saw
dragged him.
was the headline was like defamation, blah, blah, blah. He could lose his spot on The Witcher, Netflix.
yeah,
he's on The
Even
Witcher.
though,
Is he?
yeah, I guess
even,
so.
And after that, it said even though he's already gotten negative ratings on it.
Oh.
Before
Oh,
this
so
even came
like
out.
so I think they're probably just going to use this as like
Yeah.
final nail in the coffin of like, yeah, people
You
don't
done,
want you.
son.
Yeah.
Well, he might win that case, and honestly, with the amount of money she's made on that song and that album, she might just settle out, and then it'll be over. But he's not going to get. He's
I don't
not
think
gonna
it's
get
gonna
a
go
job
anywhere.
back after that,
Can't
right?
get.
Well-
He's not getting a dime. I
No.
don't think.
But
Well, I'm
like,
just saying, even
what
if he
does that
does,
do?
what does he get out of that? He's still going down no matter what.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
totally.
He might
his
get a couple
reputation
million,
is
but
already
who
soiled.
cares,
You're
right?
You're
yeah,
right.
like
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
it's
but
just the principle of like, well, I got you.
Like,
You can't
bro,
say
the
that
best,
about me.
The best thing that you could do is post a video of you on Instagram dancing to that song, having fun.
yeah,
Whoa.
The
like
best thing you can do.
Pete
Yeah,
Okay,
make,
Davidson.
like, reclaim it, right?
Yeah.
Pete
Totally.
Davidson's big thing was he had that stand-up special come out like right after Ariana dropped that song,
Yeah.
and he
Smart.
made a whole joke about it. Where
Like,
the
steer into it, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole like,
Yeah.
hey, like his friends telling him like, hey man, we love you. Shit's catchy. Like it's like such a good thing
It's
where
so
he's just
perfect.
like he doesn't talk crap about her. He just says like, yeah, imagine having the whole world like love your ex.
And honestly, this probably wouldn't be a thing if she wasn't on like the top of the charts for the last like 2 months.
and if
Yeah.
you didn't like,
I mean, that's
If it
why it
didn't
always
blow up.
happens, right? I mean, same thing
I'm
with Johnny
still-
and what's her name?
I'm shocked that
I
after
remember her
Demi Lovato's song came out.
Oh yeah, that
well,
kind of
like
dropped.
he like got signed to like multiple things.
Yeah.
I see him all over still.
Oh, Fez, yeah.
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
oh yeah,
Which I was shocked about. I was like,
But he's not on that 90s show, right? That was
no,
like
he
the-
is.
He
Oh,
is.
he is?
He is on
Yeah.
that 90s show.
That's a bad look.
Yeah.
ooh,
There's, you know, it's.
Yeah.
I don't
I
wanna
saw
say
that on
it's rough.
Netflix, the little square of that 90s show, and I was like, it doesn't even look interesting. Like I didn't even
Were
want
you
to
a big That 70s Show fan?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I watched
growing-
the heck out of that show.
Growing up, it was on TV a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like even when I was a kid, I don't know. I felt like I
Yeah.
saw reruns of it or whatever. But
Yeah, I
Loved
feel
it.
like I saw clips of that 90s show and I was like,
It's trying too hard, which happens to everything that they try to redo or
Every
bring
reboot,
back,
they override it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, he's canceled but not forgotten. It seems. I mean, same with Liam here. I'm sure he'll get work and it'll
Yeah.
all work out for him.
Did
He'll
you guys
find
know
some other
that
celebrity.
Leonardo DiCaprio is dating a 19-year-old right now.
Now that's someone we need to have.
19.
He needs to really go to therapy because you have that bad of a track record of dating girls who are like so significantly younger than you that like
Yeah.
You want to
What's
date
your
someone
problem?
who can't go to a bar with you?
yeah like 19.
Well, they
Can't
can go to a bar. I mean, he can get her in a bar. I'm sure. I mean, it's not
when
about,
you're
like,
hanging with Leo. I mean,
you
who
can go
cares?
wherever you want.
But like
right?
that girl was in high school.
You think they need to go to
possibly
a bar? He's got a bar
last
in his
year.
house.
Oh, that was the big headline. Was
crazy.
Leonardo DiCaprio is dating someone who got their senior year pulled from COVID.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
that's the reality of it.
so rough.
it's so gross.
I know 18-year-olds who are in high school.
Yeah,
I'm like
Yeah, sure.
life experience versus legality of age does not comprehend how mature
Sure.
someone is. Oh my gosh.
That's a tough one. Leo. I mean,
Yeah.
Leo could date anybody, right? He's
Can he,
Leonardo
though?
DiCaprio.
But why don't we take that
He's
away
the
from
it
him?
guy, right?
Let's take that away from him. Leo, officially on the record, you can't date anyone anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Age
Like,
appropriate.
he's got the pick
You're done.
of the entire world, right? I mean, why a
Maybe
random 19-year-old?
maybe 25-year-old Leo, but like Leo now,
Sure. He's
No.
got multi-million-dollar.
he's not that cute anymore.
And obviously he bagged some 19-year-old, so
So yeah, take that.
so I guess he does.
Let's call her up. Let's ask her. What
Yeah,
if we
we've
just
actually got her on line
call
one.
Taylor?
This
Line one?
is Taylor here. Taylor, soon to be DiCaprio.
Is her name Taylor?
No,
ahead.
that was a Chris Kardashian quote where she's talking to Kim and she goes, "What
don't
if
you
you just call Taylor up?"
Oh yeah.
That's that sound they use for like when you just ask for a job, right?
Yeah, what
Like when your parents are like, "Why don't you just call and ask for a job?"
Job.
Well, guys,
Man.
happy March.
March 1st.
Can you believe it? Beware the Ides of March.
wait.
That is
Frick.
as
March
of
Rent
today.
is
Today.
due tomorrow.
Today, actually.
Today. Oh.
Really?
Well,
I saw a
first of
TikTok
the
of a
month.
First
girl
of the
who was
month.
like, everyone remember, you don't have things due in 5 days.
That
They're
was
due,
a weird
tomorrow. They're due
realization you
tomorrow.
just had,
Yeah.
by the way. How come that was so stark? You're like, rent's due tomorrow.
rent's due tomorrow.
Is
Because
it
you
the
assume-
first of the month.
is leap year when it goes to 29th?
Yeah, but even then, like,
Yeah.
why don't
Today's we're filming on the 28th.
And tomorrow's the first.
Tomorrow will
Today.
be the first. Leap
Yeah.
year is not. When was the last leap year we had?
Every 4 years. I don't know
Thank
when
you.
it was last though.
Perfect.
Why
When was
is
the last-
February
I feel
so
like the only
short?
Let's
people
see.
who know leap year are the people born on that leap year day.
Yeah.
When was the last leap year?
And they're like, I'm 5.
The last leap year was 2020.
2020 was a leap
We
year.
had a leap
Who knew?
year. We had
2020.
one extra day that year. That sucks.
That's
We were
had
all
one
in
extra day in
quarantine too.
2020.
We were in quarantine.
No, we weren't.
Yes,
What
we
a
were.
year.
No, we
February.
weren't. No,
Oh.
we didn't start until March.
Yep.
Talk about beware.
Oh, wait, that's kind of a blessing.
Whoa,
Is
you
it?
guys,
That it gave us one last day before all
Stop.
the all hit
right
the
now.
fan.
that's beautiful.
That's
Aw,
actually sweet.
that's
We got
so
an extra
sweet.
day before
Thank you, leap
lockdown.
year.
That's kind of a weird retrospect, right? This is
Very
we're
weird.
we're
Brought to
approaching
you by
up
leap
to
year.
the week the third year since COVID, right?
Of
Yeah.
COVID.
Should we start
Not
having
since,
COVID parties?
of-
Is that what's going to happen?
parties,
It was like March 7th. What was it? March 20th or something that it shut down?
something like that.
Oh,
I thought it was like early.
I think it was the
thought it was the 9th.
17th was the official.
March 17th is St.
was
Patrick's
like
Day, isn't
I
it?
think it was the official
Daddy.
like
St. Patrick's Day?
2-week quarantine, quote unquote.
Right, yeah.
Remember when it was first like we're gonna quarantine for the weekend.
and then 2 more weeks.
And then it's like,
Yes.
okay, we're gonna do 2 weeks. Schools are just gonna take their spring break now.
Yep.
And then it was like, okay, we're gonna
never
take a
mind.
month.
Okay, you're done.
Okay, we're gonna quarantine forever.
I honestly think about how much we quarantine, like how long of a time period it was, and it's
feel like I
just
had
kind
so
of
much fun.
baffling a little bit, right?
It is baffling to think about. I wish I could go back and tell myself to like chill sooner. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I, like a lot of people, was probably doing the whole it's gonna be 2 weeks. Like I should have just been like, hey guys, pack it in. It's gonna be
Just
like 6
chill.
months.
We're gonna be
So
fine. Yeah,
let everybody just take a chill pill. Okay.
that's true.
Sleeping in the morning, waking up and being hot when it was summer.
Oh,
Yeah, what was your-
summer?
What was your day-to-day COVID routine? Like those first couple of like weeks off?
Mine was eerily similar to what I do now. I still work from
Oh.
home. So
Yeah, I was doing school, so I would wake up and do homework. And
I
stuff.
will say I did. I mean, like anybody, I think. Well, the first couple of weeks we were here, like everyone like came to my parents' house. We were doing
Sure.
Like our little pod, our family of pod was like all
what
doing
was
at
it
my parents'
called?
house.
What would they called it something?
Albright Con, right?
No,
What's up?
no, like what
Your
the
pod.
people. It was a pod.
Yeah, it was your pod.
Your pod. Who's in your
The
pod?
pods or the bubbles,
Oh
yeah.
no, you're right. There was another
There's
name
like there's
for
a
it.
time. There is a name.
Your
COVID bubble.
Your
Because
circle
we
or
were
something.
saying, remember when we were still recording the podcast
like,
through
it's
it.
part of our.
Yeah.
And
You're
we were
part
like,
of our.
yeah, the same
we're
pod.
in our
Well, we're
pod.
kind of like in the same pod, so
And it was
like
like-
your COVID family. I
that
think.
makes me cringe so hard now. Like just thinking about it, like
Yeah.
oh my gosh, crazy. Here's my routine. Ready for it?
Okay, go ahead. Tell
Wake
us.
up in the morning. Not the morning. It's like noon.
Yeah.
It's mid-afternoon.
Play some video games.
Oh God.
Right.
Wow. What a life.
Until probably, I don't know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's dinner time.
Ryan.
Drive to my parents' house. They're just right around the
Kind of
corner.
sounds like now.
Right.
Okay, relax, everybody. Drive to my parents' house,
sad.
family dinner,
Go home.
watch a movie, go home. That was it. For literally like
Oh
the
yeah, they
same
watched movies every
for like at least like 21 days straight.
It was kind of. I mean, I know it was a terrible time for most of the world.
Yeah.
But it was kind of nice to reconnect with your family a little bit. I
Yeah,
felt like I
sure.
was like going so hard, so on like a social calendar, like
Yes.
work calendar, that I
Yes.
felt like it was nice. I feel like every couple of years that happens in not necessarily like global emergencies, but there are certain things that like make you go like, oh, like we have to stay home or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because there was like a fire
Yeah.
in California a couple of years ago, really bad fires or whatever. Remember
Yeah.
those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. We all kind of like stayed home and
I don't know
My
about
gosh,
you guys.
I went
We took the
traveling during
opportunity to just have every fight we ever needed to have. Like
Oh my gosh,
Really?
so
just
many
every
family
argument
discussions.
and family discussion about just because of the like proximity to each
no
other.
way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give me a taste. Give
Well-
me one of the lighter ones because I don't want to go into your family stuff.
want the
Because
heavy
no,
one.
not like super big family stuff. It was literally like we'd watch a movie.
It'd be a debate about
And then we'd
an
have to
actor,
debate
and
about
then it would get into something deeper.
the
and then it
movie
gets
and like
into
why
deeper
we
than
like
that.
movies and why we
Would
are the way
always-
that we are. Like it was like
Oh.
say everything. Who cares? Like
Oh
this
my
is the time
gosh.
to. We
And
had
it was like, good
quite a
night,
few of
see you
those.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and then whatever.
Really?
See you. F you. See you tomorrow. And
Wow.
then tomorrow it's like, hey guys, what's up? You'll play Scrabble. Like,
Did it ever get really heated?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Not like. I
It was
mean-
a couple storming out of the room.
But to be fair, and I've been told this by my lovely wife, who grew up with a family that didn't fight as
No.
much, is our Tafolla arguments, even like normal ones, get fairly heated.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah, of
so that
course.
is that's something.
See, my family's all passive aggression. That's
Yeah,
all- that's
sure.
all. So I mean, there's no like we never get super intense. I mean, during COVID, I think we maybe had a few that got pretty intense. But
because you had the time, right? I mean,
we were all just sitting around doing nothing. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna be happy in harmony? No.
what do you
That's
think, Annie?
ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think my family really fights. I think we get annoyed
I guess
with each other.
fight is a strong word.
We get annoyed with each other, and like
Don't say that Tafoya's fight.
maybe-
It's bad for branding.
No, it's bad.
maybe
that out,
we'll
cut
like
that
have like kind of like a discussion, but it's never like super serious. It's like everyone kind of just like gets over it fast.
Really?
Or like
Theirs
someone
was,
will
like-
be pissed off, and then it's like, okay, well, sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Theirs is like, okay, everyone, family meeting in the kitchen.
yeah, the
now.
stakes are usually pretty
Oh,
high.
yeah, like-
yeah,
like-
we
yeah.
have never
Okay,
had a family
I
meeting.
need to be a fly on the wall. Please. What? Wait, you
It's
guys
not-
all go to a different room?
No,
and
it
talk
like it
out?
feels like the stakes are no. It's everybody.
It's
like,
normally when
hey,
like
sit down
one
and-
person like you kind of see that one person like got annoyed and then they leave and it's like, what's going on? Okay, family dinner, like
Yeah,
family meeting. Come on,
yeah.
come on.
It's just proximity, like you know,
Still,
like
I'm still very.
we're
confused.
all here
You
in the
confused-
room.
confused by it
Yeah.
as
This
well?
happens on vacations too, like literally just all together.
Okay, maybe it's that. Okay, there's the difference though. I mean,
Okay, go
John,
ahead.
I don't know about you. I can't tell you the last time my family went on. Actually, I can tell you. The last time my family went on a family vacation was
Yeah.
like 7 years ago to my cousin's wedding. And the
Yes.
four of us got in a car and we road tripped up there and we literally we were driving back and we're like, yeah, we'll never do this again.
oh really?
Yeah.
Like
We
from
don't
now
do a lot
on,
of
it's
family
gonna look
vacations.
different. It's gonna be people drive separately, get different hotel
Yeah.
rooms. Like it's not this ever again.
And that's what happens when I feel like when you
When you get
become
older.
adults, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't have to do the whole like we stay in one hotel room as a
I
now
just
the
was
Albrights
listening to
do,
a
but you
podcast
don't
that
have
was
to.
saying that of like she was like 28 and it was Monica Padman on armchair expert, and she said she was like on a trip with her parents when she was 28, and her dad was snoring so much, and she like woke up the next morning and she was like, I'm getting my own hotel room.
That's
And
crazy.
she's like, never again will we do this. She's like, I am an adult. We are not doing this anymore.
That's certifiable.
And
Absolutely.
I was like, honestly, yeah, me too.
My sister sent me this TikTok like a couple of days ago, and it was perfect. And it was like, did you really go on a family vacation if you didn't get in a fight at dinner on one of the last nights and you're all walking back to the hotel in silence?
Yep.
I'm like, that is so perfect. Like, it's so, and
Wow.
it's usually, like I
It's
said,
you.
I think maybe I'm painting a bad picture here, but it's fairly trivial stuff. Like,
Come on, the spoilers don't bite.
Nah,
they
no.
just
Bad for
course not.
branding.
Well, at
Kerfuffle.
least, at least they don't murder each other.
Kara, that was exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, we have piano for this.
That's not scary enough. Okay.
That's good. That's good. Alec Murdaugh has been on trial for the murder of his wife and son.
The Murdochs.
The Murdaughs.
So how long has this been going on? Because
That's
is
pretty
this
unfortunate
like
last
new?
name.
So
sounds super
this
posh.
trial, the murders were in 2021.
Okay.
Yep.
So the trial is finally happening 2023. The slow moving,
Yeah.
wheels of government,
Justice. Wheels of justice.
justice.
Wheels of justice. Please.
But I'm shocked at how they're choosing to take this murder. So his whole thing was his wife and son got murdered at they have a giant property. They're super rich. The Murdaughs are like an old money kind of family, have been rich forever.
Yes.
And John was kind of talking about this earlier. This is one of the many murders that have been tied to their family.
5 people have died at the hands of the Murdochs at this point.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Of course.
Allegedly.
Whoa. Never proven. Never.
Well,
Never
no,
even went to
the
trial most times.
The girl in the boating accident, that was proven.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was kind of swept under the rug. Like they were like trying to paint it like, oh, it wasn't.
It was an accident.
It wasn't the
and
Murdoch son.
But
it was
the
this
real
other
fans,
guys.
the fans know.
Yeah.
fans.
I mean, I made my decision.
Yes, the
I'll be
followers.
honest.
Yeah.
There was a boating quote unquote accident where his son was drunk and
Hammered.
hammered and
He
ran.
clocked in at 0.26
Yeah.
blood alcohol level.
Yeah,
it was
and
crazy.
then a
Shoot.
girl had gotten ejected from the boat, and I believe he
Broke her neck.
ran her over or something like that.
she
Like it was
died.
like bad.
Yeah,
It was
Wow.
bad.
It was like a
So-
big current and stuff.
Yeah.
This no good. The family's no good.
Yes,
allegedly.
no good. Allegedly.
Yeah.
But this murder
That
that
much
he's
we
on
know.
trial on for, it's the father is on trial. The wife and son were murdered down. They have like a 17-acre
Yes.
family property.
Yes.
Super
Beautiful.
bougie.
Yes.
Beautiful place, by the way.
You been there?
Well, just from the drone shots. it looks
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Amazing square footage. I'll tell you.
And down by the dog kennels.
I'm just saying they won't
their
have a
bodies
problem
were
with
found.
resale. You know,
Like,
like
resale,
the,
it'll
like the
definitely
value
sell.
is there.
We're talking
Okay,
about
go
the
ahead, go ahead.
deceased. Give
That's
him some
right. You're right.
respect.
You're right.
You're right.
Allegedly.
And they
The dog
allegedly
kennels.
No, they're definitely
deceased.
deceased. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Allegedly deceased.
Hey Ryan, what the hell's wrong with you?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The bodies were found by the dog kennels around 10:06. That's when he calls the police. He's like, "My family's been murdered."
Give him the Oscar, by the way. The phone call was really like he seemed really distressed.
Well, he probably was because he was like, "Oh crap, I just murdered my family."
Whoa.
Distress.
Skip to the end. Skip to the end much. Okay.
Spoilers.
So the cops show up.
So the cops
we got
show
two
up,
dead people.
And things just aren't adding up. He's like, I was up at the house. I don't know what would have happened. Like, I don't know what happened. And they're like, so some random person came onto this 17-acre property, killed these two people, and then what? Like left, didn't
Yeah.
steal anything, didn't do like what?
No fingerprints, no nothing.
And so then his whole story was, I didn't kill him. I was up at the house. I didn't kill him. I was up at the house. The trial starts. And one of the main pieces of evidence is a Snapchat video taken 15 minutes before the murders down at the dog kennels, where you can hear, it's from the son's phone. You see the son, you hear the mom, and you hear Alec Murdaugh down at the kennels.
My God, that is so embarrassing.
Wow.
I know. He doesn't know how Snapchat works.
Imagine you get caught your murder that you tried to like frame on somebody else on Snapchat.
Snapchat proves that you murdered.
Got him on the snap. Hey, the streaks are important.
Hey,
you know what I'm
look,
saying?
streaks
Look,
are
the streaks,
important.
the streaks
If you
are
don't
there.
get the streaks-
We have the streaks.
And so prosecution basically just lined up a ton of like insanely close family friends. I think their other son even took the stand and was basically like, they just asked like, who are these voices on the video?
Oh.
And they all were like, that's Alec Murdaugh.
That's homie.
That is. And even to the point where when they started investigating, like very close family friends even told the cops, who were like, I mean, if John murdered someone and they came to us and they're like, hey, he's on, like, we're looking at him as a murderer. Do you think he could have done it? We'd be like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Of course not. But even everyone was
I'd
like,
have to see the facts.
like,
First, but go ahead.
but everyone was saying, like, even to the cops of like, you should look at him.
Wow.
Don't overlook him.
Yeah, what's his name? What's the youngest son's name?
Rich people man.
I don't know.
The one that got
Buster
got?
and somebody else. And he was, can't remember his name, but the girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend
Yeah, it was his
like,
girlfriend.
They came and talked to her because obviously she was a suspect because she was close to the family. Like really,
okay.
at the time they were close. And she's like, do not underestimate Alex Murdaugh. And they're like, oh, shoot.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Insane.
She said
They're like, he's killed 4 other people.
Well, and then he took the stand, which usually in murder trials, the defense will be like, you don't talk. You don't talk. You're just going to look guilty. But so much evidence has come out against him. He took the stand because they're assuming that the reason why is he had been caught that morning. He was confronted about embezzling money from his clients. He was a big Texas lawyer or Tennessee lawyer.
Okay.
He's a big lawyer in the South, somewhere in the South, lawyer.
Okay.
And he had been confronted that morning about stealing money. And so they think
How much money are we talking here?
That's a great question. Millions, yeah.
Millions.
Multi-millions.
They were because there was this big heated exchange today about the new like head of the law firm. They were like grilling him, and the defense is like, well, they're basically trying to say the reason this guy's even taking the stand is because he's mad at him. And the guy's like, this guy stole millions of dollars. He's like, I don't care. Like he's out of the law firm. He's like, I'm not like upset about him anymore or whatever. But he said it was like. So Alex took loans out in the law firm's name and used the money for personal. So not only did they take money, but there's tons of debt
Like,
that
bro,
this law firm
Now-
bro, you're already rich. Why do you need
Okay.
No, he's not
Now
rich.
let's
He's a
just
lawyer,
suss this
though.
out for a second. Because I saw the body cam footage. I think homie's guilty. Right?
Sure.
1,000%.
It's ridiculous. He's like, you know when somebody's all like caught up and they're like, I was over there, and like they give too much information because they're lying. They're trying to make up an elaborate
Legally
lie.
Blonde.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just say for a minute, random loan shark shows up, right? He doesn't have the money. He didn't pay the money back. The time's up, and somebody puts a bullet in the back of
see what
his
you're
wife's
saying.
head. I mean, and
Like
and
he's-
frames him, right?
He's guilty, but he didn't pull it.
What they're saying,
Pull the trigger.
there's
He's
a lot of
guilty.
there's a lot
But
of
framing him,
outside
then you're
evidence.
never getting your money.
No,
that's the whole thing, right? It's like
Yeah,
if
but
the
that's
whole
loan
like
shark is like, okay, it's the money or your kneecaps, right? It's like, okay, so
Yeah.
loan shark shows up and is like,
But- I
can
oh
see
really?
that.
But if
boom,
he's on
kill your
trial
wife
for
and your
murder,
son.
if he gets
your
arrested for
son.
murder, that loan shark don't see nothing.
What
That's
loan
true.
shark? He's
Well,
he's a phantom. He's a ghost.
Here's what I'll say. They were also framing it as his wife was filing for divorce, and there was still all these rumors and allegations around his youngest son, who's the one that was killed as well.
Okay.
And his youngest son was the one that had the issue where he crashed the boat and killed that one girl. There's a lot surrounding these two members of the family, which is ultimately why they think he killed those two particular family members.
The family is better
But
off without
Yeah,
that.
he was trying to
I-
clean up, clean house in some way. I don't know.
Yeah, because cleaning house is murder.
Yeah.
Well,
Idiot.
It is when
Yeah, it is.
you deal in murder. I mean, your life is life and death here.
Murder.
Well,
Go
I mean,
ahead, Annie, Detective Annie. Tell it to me straight, okay? Give me the
I think that
classic once over.
I think that he realized how bad he was in. Like, like how bad the position he was in.
Sure.
And I think that he was just gonna, freaking clean house and just
Oh,
boom, boom, boom.
the other piece
Pow.
of the evidence on the documentary was that one of the big mystery murders is the housekeeper died. She fell off the front steps of the house and died. And what happened was part of this fraud investigation that's going on with him as well is he said to like publicly at the time, he's like, I'm going to take an insurance claim out on my property to give it was like $4.2 million to give to the housekeeper's son so they could split it.
Okay.
And the housekeeper's sons never saw a cent of it. He took the claim out, but he never gave it to the sons.
Oh, shoot.
So part of what this was is there is a policy on his property.
Okay.
Where if there's like something bad that happens, like somebody being murdered or what have you, there's a clause in the policy where he can take money out to like supplement income to some degree. So that's why they're saying also he took that policy out 6 months prior to this incident. So they're saying that he like planned it to somehow get money,
just steal more
out of
money.
the policy to like maybe clean up the law firm thing he was doing. It was just kind of all compounding at the same moment.
Yeah.
But
So he took the stand like a couple days ago, a day ago or so, and he basically admitted to stealing the money, admitted to being down at the dog kennel.
Wow.
Oh.
He basically just said his timeline was different. That he admitted to
I
being
was
there.
just in a different spot.
He admitted being there 10 minutes before the murder.
It's
I
just
mean,
a classic
he's
mix-up.
dead in the water, right? Like,
Yeah, and so he gets up
simple
there
mistake.
and he's like, "Yeah, I stole." And then basically they kind of got up and were like, "You have been lying to the
This whole
police for
time.
3 years. Why would we believe you?"
Yeah, that's oof. I saw a video, I want to say a week ago, of like, this was like, it's a video of like him and his son, like, and he's doing something funny, and they like laugh together, and it's like this is the
Sad.
last video
What the heck?
of like, of him looking like a normal human being with his son, like
Yeah,
being
never
silly
again.
and laughing. It's like,
Okay, so if we're
Yeah.
going with this theory, right? He's like, all roads are got to tie up all the loose ends. Why wouldn't he kill himself? Why would he go through this
well,
whole
because he's greedy.
Well,
and he
and
wants
Double-
money.
because
double
that's
murder homicide
scarier.
or double murder
I
suicide?
think that narcissists who are willing to take the life of another for their own personal gain think of themselves so highly that they're probably like, "Oh well, I don't want to kill myself. That's too much."
They need to see what they get out of it.
yeah, or he just got freaked out by it.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
couldn't commit.
maybe that
I
was
don't know.
his
He
plan, and
committed
he
to his wife and his son.
I know,
But that's
so once
easy.
you
that's-
see that, you're
that's-
like,
one moment, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, putting the
He
gun
is
to
just-
yourself.
He's
could
just
be
a coward.
A
and he's
coward,
like,
yeah.
Coward or narcissist. I mean, that whole family is
Yeah.
like had been
That
on
makes
a
sense.
power trip for years. So
Yeah.
he might think he
It's-
can weed. That's the thing there's a documentary on Netflix which is really great. I think you should watch it. But and the whole thing is like this family's gotten away with some
So
way or
much.
another a cover up for the last 5 years. I mean, they've covered up all these things. And,
Yeah.
So
Well, and then like with the boat incident, there's all these reports of him coming to the scene, and he had gotten some like medal or he got a badge that was like an honorary thing, and he was wearing it as if he was a cop. And like talking to all these people and kind of like talking to
And he's-
all the people like he was the first one there,
Oh,
talked
he's
to all the
dirty.
kids and like was like flashing this badge as if he was a cop. And then the cops show up later.
You're like, who are you? He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and his brother, like Alex's brother, and his dad was still alive, and like, so there was an instance of the former girlfriend for the younger son. I can't remember his name. It's so weird. She said that one time he was driving home drunk and crashed, and she went to go call the cops, and he like he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm calling the cops." Like they were like in this tossed over car, and he's like, he like took her phone, like hung up
Don't
and threw it
call
out
them.
the door. Called his mom and called his dad and grandpa, and they show up with like a tow truck, and they clear out the beer cans, and they take out the firearms, and they just have a tow truck come take this car away, and they're like, "Yeah, like never call the cops, just call blah blah blah," and it's like so
sketch.
crazy, yeah.
So freaking sketchy.
This is a
But
sketchy family,
so
for sure.
he definitely murdered his family. This is like, I was telling Ryan this. I have like my students at church were talking about this the other day. They're like, "Yeah, we watched this documentary about this girl who was framed for the murder of her daughter and all this stuff." And they're talking, and I was like, "Are you talking about Casey Anthony?" And they're like,
Isn't that
yeah.
crazy?
They're like, "Yeah, it was this whole documentary on Netflix." I go, first of all, she did it.
Yeah.
Don't be twisted. They're
Yep.
like, "No, you need to watch it." I go, "I
No,
watched
no.
it.
I was there.
I
was
watched
there.
it happen in real
Yeah.
life. She did it."
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of my hot
Don't.
take. I feel like documentaries like that come out on Netflix about things that are happening right now, like kind of freak me out. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I know. Like I was there.
I was
Yeah.
watching it. I
Like,
was watching it live right
I think
now.
like end of the year last year, CNN or TBS or somebody did like a COVID retrospect
Oh.
special
Yes.
on TV, and I was like, Guys, we were all
there.
We all saw.
We
What do you mean?
We were
all
there.
Do you think
there.
that's how survivors of 9/11 feel?
Probably.
About all the new movies coming out.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
probably.
I feel like that's a little far removed now.
Did you? I just
not
heard
if you
this.
were on site there.
No, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like,
maybe
20 years.
I'm behind the
No, right.
times. I just heard this.
Far
It was an
removed.
interview with Tom Hanks that I saw, where he said that they were going to do a Forrest Gump 2, and it was all in the works. They had
Yes.
started filming it,
Yes.
and 9/11 happened, and they cut it out.
He also
like,
said
'Cause, like,
he
how could
also
you
read
do
a
that
I'm pretty
justice?
sure he
Yeah.
also there was the thing where he said that it would ruin the whole first story, like
Yeah.
having a second one.
it's true.
Kind of rough.
Man, yeah. So that's people who are rich and need drama in their lives. Stop murdering people. Just
Yeah.
start talking bad about people on the internet like
Try
the rest of
something
them.
new.
And just copy.
Okay.
Just
No.
like just pull what Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez got going on.
Yes.
Just start internet beef. Stop murdering people.
That's
I'm
right.
still okay. I'm still pretty green to this whole thing. So just
Oh man, started last
Karen,
week.
Take it away.
okay.
All right.
Well, it
so-
started when Haley
Well-
and Justin started dating after Selena and him had broken up.
Yeah, beginning.
And just tell me why I should care because that
Because
sounds
it's
very
Justin Bieber.
like
You
Okay.
love Selena Gomez.
I'm just saying it sounds
You
very
love
high
her.
school. Like
It
oh, they
is.
were dating and then they broke up
So
and then this girl.
Here we go. Very
Okay,
beginning.
exactly.
Go ahead.
Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber break up. 2 months later, he starts dating Haley Baldwin, niece of Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
So last week, Selena, she posts a Instagram video or TikTok, I can't remember which one, a video of herself, and she's like,
Selena Gomez.
I laminated my brows way too much, and she did. They were like stick straight. And then she like
Googling
she did a
laminating
TikTok
brows.
voicing over like what was it? I'm Haley Bieber. Like what is the what's Haley's sister?
Nobody
I don't
knows.
know.
Doesn't
Oh
matter.
no, she went I'm Bella Hadid. Like
yeah,
how
yeah.
there's
Okay.
like a voiceover like I'm Bella Hadid and then with her eyebrows.
Okay.
And then people started commenting and she was like I laminated my eyebrows too much, whatever. Literally like 10 minutes later, Kylie Jenner posts on her Instagram page, kind of zoomed up on her face with her eyebrows center point and said like did she actually do this or something like that
Okay.
on it. And
A
then
subtweet, if you will.
yeah, and then the next one was Haley Bieber
A subtext.
up close on her eyebrows of like a be real, like them FaceTiming, like it looked like the two screens of like zoomed up
Her and who? Haley Bieber
Yeah.
and who?
and Kylie Jenner.
Oh,
Those two.
She's pulling in another mean girl.
So then it's like, oh, are these like connected in some way?
Okay.
And then in all this, a video from 2017 when Haley Bieber was on like a lyric show, like a music game show,
Name that
whatever.
tune.
Something like that.
Okay.
Name that
And
tune.
the host says like, "Oh, this girl has a song that's mean and blah blah blah," and Taylor Swift because she has the song "Mean,"
Okay.
and Haley Bieber goes, "Bleh," like
On the show.
On the show, that clip resurfaces.
Okay. Yes,
And
we
then,
hate her. We hate
so
her for
then
that.
it's like
Hate her.
Haley
Hate
Bieber,
her for
we hate
that.
her. Blah, blah, blah. Selena
the Swifties.
comments on that video
Okay.
that resurfaces saying, "I'm sorry, but she is the best like of all time."
Straight
right
up.
now.
Because
Straight
Selena's a
up.
Swiftie.
Straight up.
She's like, sorry, my best friend is like the
Yes.
best ever, whatever.
Oh, sorry.
And then
Haley.
literally like an hour goes by and Selena goes on Twitter and is like, okay, Kylie Jenner's post is not correlated at all to like, I love Kylie.
It's getting hard. It's getting
All
hard.
this
to
stuff.
Selena
yeah,
Gomez.
Yes.
she's like,
She debunked
no beef,
the
no
eyebrow
beef.
thing. No beef.
Okay. So Haley Bieber's coming for Selena Gomez for presumably no reason.
Presumably.
Presumably no reason.
It's really that Selena stood up for Taylor Swift first.
And then Kylie Jenner joins in. But then Selena says,
Debunks
no,
Kylie,
I love
not
her.
Haley.
She's total. She doesn't hate me. I love her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, weird.
So then that
Little
happens.
sussy,
Then
little sussy.
Selena goes, deletes her TikTok, is off Instagram.
Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Yeah, she even said she's like, I can't handle this right now, and
The
like,
haters.
Don't worry, she's back now.
Haters.
Oh, great.
Lasted
She's
a day.
fantastic. Fantastic. She couldn't.
throughout
she
all
could
of
not
that,
handle the haters.
Before the Kylie Jenner thing debunked,
Okay.
Kylie's Instagram followers down. Before it was
Whoa.
debunked. They're still down though.
Whoa.
We got a bunch
Haley
of Selena
Bieber's.
stands out there.
We got
well, so
Bye, bye.
the big thing was prior Haley or not Haley,
Kendall.
Kylie.
Kylie. Wow, were all the words.
Chris.
Kylie Jenner was the most followed person on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
And through this drama, Selena surpassed her. She
Which
lost so
Selena
many.
was.
Selena was
And
the
then
first
Kylie,
one.
They've
And then,
been like this the whole
Whoa.
time.
Yeah.
Day to day, how many like followers are they gaining and losing?
Well,
here?
Selena
Like, how much are
Gomez
we
has
talking?
Like 1 million, I don't know.
320 million followers, I want to say. Let me check. Let me check.
but the big thing is
Okay.
now Hailey Bieber has lost over 700,000 Instagram followers, including like famous people.
Okay.
We're talking
Okay.
Okay,
Miley
so
Cyrus.
there's a TikTok.
Whoa.
Celebrities
there's an
are
exodus.
picking their sides,
There's a
including
culling
Kim
happening.
Kardashian.
Whoa.
Lady Gaga commented on Selena Gomez's, saying, "You look and are beautiful inside and out, and are one of my favorite
Okay.
ladies
Queen.
alive."
Queen.
When her TikTok was, "I wish I was as pretty as Bella Hadid,"
Oh,
with her
okay.
like eyebrows.
Got it.
And then after that,
Bella Hadid shows up.
Khalid said
King.
she's a real one.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus unfollowed Hailey Bieber on Instagram. There's
Okay.
one. So Miley's out. Jennifer Lopez unfollowed Hailey Bieber.
like all of these main people.
So-
I would too. Let's be honest.
Okay, so
Yeah.
And then Kim Kardashian. Here's another thing that's getting in the mix.
Okay, it's in the mix.
Kim Kardashian's daughter North and Selena Gomez's younger sister are besties and have been
Oh.
making TikToks for the past couple days straight and posting them. So Kim K has now taken Selena's side.
Whoa.
Has she though, like officially, or are we just assuming because?
I mean, what
friends?
is the official
Well-
in this kind of a situation? This
Yeah,
still,
this is
I'm still,
all
it's still reading
the
fairly
public opinion.
high school here. I
Well,
mean, what
okay,
are we?
so here's the big thing. Here's
Okay.
the thing. I thought that too. I was like, this seems stupid.
Because I was going to
Until
say,
you
Miami's
look
in.
I experienced something like
Until-
this
I thought it was
back in high
stupid
school.
until you
Hold
look
on. Oh.
at the cooking shows.
Okay.
Selena in 2020 started
Talking
a
about
cooking
Emerald?
show. I think she started on YouTube or like online.
Yeah, like
and then
in
it got
her
picked
house.
up by the Food Network. So the whole thing is like, come into my kitchen, and she like FaceTimes famous chefs, and she tries to do a recipe with them.
That's right.
Oh, we're talking,
And-
we're talking Selena Gomez here?
So yeah, Selena Gomez, and it got picked up. It's
Only
huge.
murderers. She's back.
Wow.
And then
Only cooking
Hailey
in the building.
Bieber starts a cooking show where she's like, "This is my real kitchen. This is it, guys.
Okay.
Here's my grandma and grandpa."
Now,
and then it's like
are
cutting
we-
back
It's
and
weird.
forth.
Dude,
Are
it
we
is-
to
it is
assume-
weirdly
It is.
similar?
It is.
We're to assume that
identical.
Selena Gomez perfected the form and
No,
No.
It's just how like literally like in the first episode, Selena's like, "Oh, this is my grandpa," and then in Haley's first episode, she's like, "This is my grandma." Like, dude, it's like literally
It's like
down to
That's
yeah,
weird.
like identical.
Yep.
It's
And-
weird, and then they're finding all these discrepancies of
Yeah.
her copying Selena like a lot. It's
And then
weird.
people did, of course, because internet sleuths are amazing. They do a deep dive, and then they find all these old tweets from her when she was like a kid, and she was
Okay.
like, "Selena and Justin are couple goals," and like all these like deep cut
okay.
tweets
Now,
of
wait a
her
minute.
being like a hardcore
have
Selena
we checked
fan.
Hailey Bieber's closet for some kind of like skin suit that
Like
she's making
Selena
to become
outfit.
Selena? Like, has
She's got
anyone
wizardry of Waverly Place stuff
every
everywhere.
trading card and picture?
Yeah.
There's so many like
She's watched
jokes
every
out
episode.
there, and there's so many things.
A
There's
shrine.
this one guy who posted
Candles around
how Hailey Bieber on her story, she posted a picture of skincare and was like, "I love the skincare, blah 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 blah," and the music that she used in the background of the video was the song "Calm," which there's two
Okay.
versions. There's
Okay.
like the one artist, and then the artist remixed with Selena Gomez was like the big one put
And it
out.
was the remix.
It was the normal one.
Intentionally.
Someone that
Whoa.
But then there was
So
even
funny.
there was
All
even
this
one where
stuff.
right before that, Selena posted something about skincare like literally months before
Well,
that.
and here's the thing, right?
Well,
It
'cause she
seems
has her
like
own skincare company.
Selena has a skincare company that is like
Rare
renowned. A lot of for a huge part being, you know, I want
Go
to say
ahead.
not ableist, but the opposite. Like it's designed. The packaging is designed so if you have
the opposite of April.
if you have a disability, it's accessible.
Yikes.
Accessibility.
accessibility. It's been a long day, guys.
What's the opposite of racist? Not racist. Inclusive.
Accessibility.
Inclusive. I got it.
Yeah.
I bought her mascara today.
That was good.
But like,
that was good.
because she has lupus, and that was another thing that came
Okay.
out. That was a big thing. Is she,
Yes.
you know, has
So
been posting
when
about
will Haley have lupus? Just
right around the corner.
Oh, okay.
But she
I'm
she
putting the pieces
posted
together.
about gaining weight and all this stuff, and then right after Hailey Bieber and Kendall
No.
Jenner made a TikTok, and it was that sound that like, I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying that God's
Yes.
timing is always right.
That was a big one.
That's
like-
gnarly.
Almost like moments after, and it was like, ooh.
Okay, but
that-
it's all still giving Regina George to me, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
and that's it, and it is, and so the whole thing is like,
Okay.
so here's Selena
Gomez
being
dated
like
Justin Bieber for what, 4 years or something?
Queen.
Oh, really?
Queen.
And then
I didn't know it was that long.
they break
It was
up,
a
and then
long
literally
time.
2 months later, he starts dating. There's gonna be
Well,
beef
and then I just
with
saw
the
this
exes.
There's beef.
clip from the
They gotta
Ellen
squash the beef.
DeGeneres show, because you know how Justin was like weirdly obsessed with
Yes.
Ellen and was like always on
Because
Ellen's
they're
show.
like twins, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think Ellen showed the clip of him like busking on the street when he was a little kid, and that's how Scooter Braun found him, was for the
Oh.
Ellen show, because she used to show all these viral clips of like whatever.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
And I think he was one of those clips, and that's how Scooter got in contact with him.
Interesting.
I thought it was
I thought it was
Usher.
Usher.
No,
Yeah, it was Usher. Usher definitely was the one he
Who
connected
found him,
with.
right?
Yeah, Usher's found him.
I think they're non-exclusive. I think yes and yes. I think
yeah, I think those
it all
probably-
happened.
Usher,
Listen,
and then he joined Scooter Braun's
for Justin, it's
love
all
Scooter.
happening so fast.
Whatever.
There was a lot
Fast.
of people involved.
He was
But
with a
it was-
baby,
it was a
singing
clip-
boyfriend.
You would.
It was a clip about they had just gotten married, and Ellen was like, "How did you guys meet?" And he literally was like, "I think it was an arranged marriage, honestly, like, because they met at like a morning show." But the
Yeah.
way that he kept on getting presented her, it's like, oh, this is like another Christian family. Like
Weird.
they have the same beliefs.
Oh.
You should talk to Haley. She has the same beliefs. And then he's like, goes, yeah, it was definitely arranged. It was an arranged marriage.
This
I was
TikTok
like, oh.
that I found, just look at this. It's
Okay.
like it says this is like the same.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Viewers, we
Oh,
are
it's-
looking at
it's the-
it's a supercut of
It's a cut
Hailey
of their
Bieber's wedding
wedding,
to
and she's like
the
being
end
all
scene of
snarky
Little Mermaid
with Vanessa.
with Ursula as a woman.
yeah,
like
and
snarky.
yeah. Now people are saying that she's in this loveless
like
marriage.
clips with the
there are
same
a lot.
energy.
There's like a lot of assumptions being drawn.
Sure.
But I will
sure.
just say, like,
I did
Always is.
mention a skin suit, so
yeah,
that could be
That also
I could be
I
part
hope
of the
that.
problem.
I hope that rumor.
You are
picks
part
She's
of
up.
Buffalo
Oh.
Billy.
I love making rumors like
She's
that.
Buffalo
That's
Billy.
great.
Yeah.
Let's make
Shoot.
rumors. When's
Listen.
the last time you made a good rumor? Come on.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
A rumor.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is I love Selena Gomez. Obviously, I'm Team Selena, right?
Obvi.
And but lately I've been, and I saw her on that Wizards of Waverly Place podcast,
such
right?
a good clip. Did you
But-
see that, John?
Yeah, I did.
So good.
It's
Great,
to me.
super healing for my inner child and all that.
Well, let's explain what it was.
Well, okay.
Well-
So this is I have a bone to pick.
Oh my God! Can we explain the wholesome thing
I will
before you
say
pick any bones?
is that okay?
Pick the bone.
So
Pick the bone.
No, I don't like that
for
phrase.
context, right? There is a podcast now featuring Harper, the best friend character from Wizards of Waverly Place, and the dad, whatever the
Yeah.
dad's name was,
Yes.
Bebo.
Bebo.
So these two former co-stars are doing a retrospective podcast about Wizards of Waverly Place, this Disney Channel show. Of
course.
And, what happened in the production, what happened on their side, how they remember certain things. And I don't know, a week or two ago, they had an episode where they were like talking about Selena Gomez.
Sure.
And kind of in a way of like, oh, did you ever reach out to her and like try to go to her concerts? No, I didn't, because I didn't want to be like, oh, like the biting friend, like, oh, hey, like, let me get some tickets. Like, let me get to the, like,
yeah.
how people do when you get famous, right?
Yeah.
But they felt weird about buying tickets. They also didn't want to they wanted her to invite them, which
Yeah.
is like weird, but whatever.
But honestly, I get that. Of like, you don't want to be the person who's mooching, but you also want to be like, oh, I thought we were closer.
if I ever get a famous friend, I'll let you know how it feels. But
you have one.
anyways, okay,
It's us.
all right.
Wait. hold on.
Anyways, jump to this week. They've released an episode featuring an interview with Selena Gomez, and they kind of squashed the beef where she's like, back then I was going through a lot, and I didn't feel like I kind of felt ashamed by certain choices I was making. I didn't want to let you guys down, and
She said it was like the best time of her life, though, too.
yeah, she
Yeah.
said she
Doing that
loved doing the
show.
show. She loved those two. She'd miss, whatever.
Because it's when it's when she blew up. It's like because
Uh-huh.
Disney did the whole like if you're a star you also have to be a singer thing,
Yes.
and that's when her music started
Uh-huh.
blowing up, and she started But I think it was super amazing that like here she is kind of just being real and vulnerable about it. Of like, you know what, these are people that I cared about, and I like happened to kind of make a crappy teenage decision of not keeping in touch.
And she's definitely on that revival tour in her life right now. She did the same kind of sentiment on SNL when she hosted like a few months ago, and that's great.
Only
right?
Murders in the Building.
All good.
What's the bone to pick?
I've got a bone to pick.
Right.
With-
Do you
care
just
less
like,
about
not
the feel-good
enjoy
stuff.
anything?
No.
Like, is there something in you
Okay.
where you're like, I have to be normal.
Yes.
I just have to
And-
find something
and
bad in
I
it.
have to point out this is
Shut up,
really rich
shut
coming
up,
from the girl who can't enjoy movies.
And any movie. Any
Any
movie.
movie?
Except for Interstellar, apparently. Her favorite movie.
We're bagging on Ryan right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
and we
okay.
can, and you'll have every chance to after I've said my piece. Okay.
What's your bone? Pick it up.
Is okay, I'm not going to make big assumptions. I'm seeing lots of former child actors of the Disney Channel, the Nickelodeon, come and do these retrospective podcasts. Okay.
Yes.
You've got, for starters, the Wizards of Waverly Pod.
Ned's
right?
Declassified just
Ned's
started a
Declassified.
podcast.
The original three, the big
Yes,
three,
the
Ned
big three.
and Cookie and
And
Mose,
Mose.
all getting together, talking about, oh, do you remember doing the pilot for this show? Oh, this was crazy. Oh, yeah. And there's the lockers, and it's like a whole retrospective of the show.
Do you guys know they pitched a reboot for that one?
Yeah, and they said it was
Yes.
great,
And
and
they-
they just didn't want to do it.
And they don't want to do it.
Right.
Everyone said that it was a great script, and like
Yep.
everyone. Anyway,
They-
okay,
they
what-
wanted to do it, but-
oh, I'm sorry, we're caught up in the nostalgia. Like,
I'm right with
continue.
you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you and everybody else. Okay, we've got, Lizzie McGuire's got her own podcast now.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Oh, really?
does.
Hillary Duff
Really?
has her own podcast. I
Hillary
thought she was
Duff
a
has
guest.
her own podcast.
Oh,
No, she has one.
It's her
Oh,
podcast.
au contraire. But she was a guest on
Josh Peck's podcast.
Peck's podcast.
Now
You
that
remember
was some
from
funny-ish.
Drake and Josh, right? I mean, that's a crossover we never knew we needed.
I listened to an episode of his podcast where he was saying that who was the girl who played Sam, who came out with the I'm
Yes.
glad my mom's
Jeanette
dead.
McCurdy.
Jeanette
McCurdy. She came on their podcast and gave like basically the first interview about her book.
the tell-all.
The tell all about her book. And then when it blew up and she was going on all these like high end podcasts, her people asked them not to air it.
Wow.
Crazy.
I would
Okay,
be
I know
so
why-
pissed.
Crazy.
I
And
mean,
Josh
why-
is like, there was this great like clip where he was like, and because we're good people, we didn't, but because we're petty, we're gonna forever bring it up.
I know why
That's crazy.
Hillary Duff was on Josh Peck's.
Why?
Because they were in How I Met Your Father together.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
call it whatever you want. They're former child stars. Okay,
Did you
we
guys
got,
know that Josh Peck was a former? He's a recovering addict.
Yeah, he talked about it on
just
that
found
interview.
that out. I'm
Just
like,
found that
really?
out on that interview too. I was
Crazy.
like, well, and that's why I sent it to you guys because it was this clip about Josh Peck makes some comment to Hillary Duff, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I love to drink. Sorry, Josh." And he was like, "Nah, it's not even that the drinking. It's that I have a couple drinks and then I start popping Percocets." And he goes, "But you get it." And she was like, "No."
I don't. I
And,
don't.
he's like,
I don't.
and he looks at her and he goes, "You're not the child star I thought you were." And I
Perfect.
I try and
Died.
like look back of like when in his life could he like
Okay,
Was
I mean,
that-
you
addicted to
guys.
drugs?
I feel like
Maybe
it's
when
during
he lost $1
Vine.
million.
I feel like it's like that Vine
No,
era
he-
where he was
he
like
was
You
out
guys,
of the public
he
spotlight
left
for a
for
long
a
time.
summer, and we came back, and he had lost like 200 pounds.
yeah, you don't think he was doing drugs?
Well,
That's
beyond
true.
that, he also
Yeah. But
talks
besides
about-
that, though, yeah.
he talks about the addictive personality. I mean, that's how he was so
Yeah.
big, is because like
Yeah, it just
food
transferred.
became like, and then when he lost the weight because of that was what Hollywood was it was like the big thing is to
Yeah.
lose weight. He just like shifted that to a different thing, which was substances.
I used to hear that in
So-
Hollywood. They would tell like Lindsay Lohan talked about, and like I think Amanda Bynes also talked about this, where they would ask them to smoke cigarettes
Yeah.
to like curb
Totally.
their hunger
Oh,
and to
yeah.
like in
that's the
between.
whole Judy Garland thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like hey, instead
Yeah.
of like eating, can you just smoke a pack? Like
Yeah.
what?
For her, it was like, hey, instead of sleeping,
Yeah.
But can you go ahead? What's your bone? Finish it
I'm
up.
just saying, Christy
Finish up
Carlson
the bone.
Romano's got a podcast. Okay, she's talking about Disney and all those things. You
Yeah.
remember the sister
So
from
what-
Even Stevens?
Are you saying that like?
I'm just
Kim
saying.
Possible. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Kim
Amen.
Possible. Right. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Kim Podcastable.
Podcastable.
Oh my gosh.
Podcast?
We'll,
She can have
we'll
that
pitch,
for
we'll
free.
pitch it to her.
She can have that for free.
So
Ron
you think
Unstoppable.
that this is like a phase that everyone's trying to profit
I
off of their
think-
old
They're
stardom.
hopping on the train.
I mean, listen, the money's running out at some point or another. You know, you got to
Yeah.
capitalize.
How many
I
royalties
think
are they
for a
really
lot
getting?
of them, it may have already.
Yeah,
and that's why we're
sure.
seeing this culmination.
Well, and I mean, it's no secret. Podcasting is like this new
Super
era, right?
lucrative. We are rich from
Yes,
this,
we
guys.
are just rolling.
Well,
in
I'm
it
just saying,
from
if you have
podcasting.
a low level like fan base, like these washed up Disney stars, you
Yes.
know, it's like,
Hey,
Yes.
Disney stars.
Call
we
them
don't
what
think
they
you're
are.
washed
You know
up.
what I'm
You're
saying?
washed
washed
up.
up.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest. A lot of these people haven't done any other stuff. You mean, like the
No.
Wizard
Yeah.
of Waverly Place. I haven't seen those
well,
actors
I'll
in anything.
hand it to
but-
Josh
They're
Peck.
not actors anymore. She's a nurse.
Well, there you go.
The Harper
There you go.
girl.
I'll hand it to Josh Peck. He's in a Chris Nolan movie later this year. He's going to be
I
in
say
that
after
Oppenheimer
Hillary Duff
movie.
has done a ton.
Yeah.
Has she?
Remember when
Yes.
Josh Peck did Red Dawn?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it was
do.
like
They did that
reboot,
Red
Red
Dawn
Dawn.
reboot.
almost a hit, and didn't.
It was
missed
almost.
It. Just
Oh,
missed it.
You didn't see it?
Did we see the
No,
original
I-
Red Dawn?
I just heard
Is
it
that what we
wasn't that good.
watched?
Yeah, we've seen them
It was,
both.
it was like goodish.
Oh, I liked it. But I'm
yeah.
a sucker for like popcorn action movies. So
Yeah.
sure, whatever. Sue me.
It's just interesting. And then I feel like a lot of them, they're trying to reboot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, iCarly did their reboot.
Yes.
They
Uh-huh.
almost got the Lizzie McGuire thing off the ground. There's just like
How
all
did the
these
iCarly
Raven,
thing go, by
Raven
the way?
Simone.
No
they
idea.
did the That's So Raven reboot.
Raven's Home.
Yeah.
Raven's Home. Like,
I feel a little bit taken advantage of as a viewer.
Oh,
as a former child,
why?
current adult
Sad.
that now
as a
has money.
Former child.
I feel
Okay.
like they're all
As a
just
former baby.
They're still like, you know, grabbing for my attention. Like, look over here. Remember the old days? Like,
Sure.
They just hit you with one of those
But that's,
nostalgia
Yeah.
beams.
that's every generation. You know, like that's
Sure.
all those old rock bands are like coming back out of the woodworks to tour. You
Yeah.
know, all the people our parents' age are like, I'm gonna go see whatever. You know,
Go ahead.
I don't know what's a
REO
band?
Speedwagon.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Madonna.
Same thing.
Like you
Yeah.
never went to a Scorpions concert, John.
Never
Come
did.
on.
They hear-
Madonna's coming back
I
out,
think-
but I mean, she's kind of a legend, so I guess that
Talk about
that
skin
counts,
suit.
right? I don't know. oh my gosh, Ryan!
Guys,
Yeah, hey, Madonna, if you ever hear that one, yeah, come for me.
She
Go ahead.
clapped. She clapped back about that.
About what?
About her
being
face.
terrifying?
She
What'd she say?
She had plastic surgery less than a month before that.
Well, that's
and
that
like
part was
all of her
was-
fillers and stuff. And she clapped back like a week ago. She posted and she was like, "Look what I look like now."
Got
And it
him.
was not much
Wow.
better.
Got
Madonna.
him.
It was just
Yeah.
less swelling,
You
but
think that's bad?
The question
Look at me
wasn't
now.
like, is she unhealthy? It was clearly plastic
No.
surgery.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
oh my
like,
gosh.
guys,
I
the
did get
swelling went
plastic
down.
surgery,
I look
so-
fine now.
But why would you decide to do that? Well, she did it for her tour, but
Totally.
I'm just gonna say,
Whatever.
like,
Go ahead, say
so
it.
much. I recently went to Taylor Swift disco.
yes, you did.
The
I went to
Taylor
Taylor
Swift
Swift disco. It was basically a DJ playing a bunch of Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, the nostalgia really hit. Like,
Did it
seeing
hit for you?
how far we have come with her. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, you know, they played a song and then you automatically get taken back of, like, I remember this song came out.
Was
I
it,
remember
like,
singing
through
to
the-
it in
through
elementary
the-
school. I remember.
the eras,
oh, yeah.
if
It
you
was
will?
all the eras
Wow.
of. And then they would
Wow.
play, whatever song was happening, they would play clips, like an edit of the music video from that song.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, man, like,
Kara, how were you not at that thing?
the whole
we-
time I was like,
didn't
dang,
even
next
hear about it.
time
We didn't
There's
get the
been
word.
Cara's
there's been
coming.
so many ads on my Facebook that are so many bars.
Yeah, we were almost there. We have basically almost bought tickets.
So
is
many,
what we're saying.
so many bars are holding Taylor Swift pop nights.
It's
Sounds
basically
fun.
get the people
If
who
I-
aren't
if I
going
like
to the
Taylor
concert.
Swift, it sounds very great.
But it was that same kind of thing where I was like, man, I didn't realize how much nostalgia was in it. And
Yeah.
honestly, like, good. Like, I think, yeah, they're all doing podcasts because, you know, they need money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd rather
clearly.
them do the podcast than the people from, like, the generation after us. Like, Joshua Bassett, I don't want you having a podcast.
Oh, hey, slow down.
But
all
his
right?
time, I mean, his
Slow
time
down
will
with that.
come, though, for the podcast. He'll do his
Will
tell
it?
all.
Will it?
Yeah,
Him,
like
Olivia
20 years
Rodrigo
from now.
doing
Yes, they'll be like,
podcast,
it was
yeah.
all fake. We staged this beef so we could sell records or something. He probably gets, 15% of every
I would
sour
love that.
album
I
that
would
she sells.
absolutely love if that
Gosh.
came out.
Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be
Wouldn't that
great beef.
It was
I
all
mean,
fake.
That it really wouldn't surprise me, which is
No,
kinda
of course
sad,
not.
But
That was, talk about COVID. That
Yeah.
took the world by storm.
oh
Her
yeah, do you
Talking
think
about
that?
driver's
Olivia
license?
Rodrigo?
Yeah, the song "Driver's License."
Yeah.
came
Do
out
you
during
think
COVID
what?
and everyone freaking.
Do you think that like that song would have been as big if
COVID didn't
COVID
happen.
didn't happen? I'm not saying that it's not a good
people
song.
were already in their feels?
but-
Like talk about a time in which everyone was in their feels
And wanted something new.
and wanted something new. And
oh
here's
yeah,
a song
the
that's
iconic
literally
beginning.
like
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think
You
that
gotta
maybe
read
could have gotten mowed over if it wasn't like we were kind of sequestered into our homes for so
Sure.
long. But I don't know.
But there were a
of
lot of things like that happened, like pieces of pop culture dropped as COVID was happening. And it's kind of like, did they hit harder because, like you said, we were all just waiting
Sure.
to... Okay. Jordan Rose is blowing
Jordan's
up
hungry.
our group chat here.
Oh, I also feel like
Typical.
I also feel like that is kind of the way society is,
Would
right?
I,
It's like
would I
sometimes it
personally
is.
have played as much Animal Crossing as I did had I not been at home
Animal
by
Crossing.
myself, left to my own devices? And the answer is, of course.
course I would.
I'm an Animal Crossing stan. But
Oh my gosh.
what was the question?
I have a something that I want to talk about, and I want you guys to think about it for a second. I thought about today.
Oh, God.
What are things that we want to leave in 2022?
Okay.
Because we're still at the beginning, although we are rolling into March here
Yeah,
slowly.
geez,
So the first quarter,
The Ides
is
of
kind of-
March.
is kind of a
The
go.
Ides of
Is there
March.
something like a trend or something that the internet constantly does that you're like, we can just leave that in last year. We don't need to bring that any further. I'll go first
question.
because
Go ahead.
it's what
Let it
spurred my
rip.
thought process.
Let it rip.
Was I'm so tired, and this is going to come across a little harsh. Which,
Sounds hostile already, but
whatever.
go ahead.
I'm a little tired of TikTok when you come across a really cool video or like a cute sentimental video, and then you go to their profile for a follow up, and their next video is always, I wasn't expecting for this to blow up.
Yes.
I'm so tired of this.
hate that.
Because when you post it on the internet, your expectation is that it does blow up, right? I mean, that's the mutual
That's
agreement we all
it's
have, right?
The freaking trend right now. That's the dumb ways to die.
Yes.
And people are posting a clip of like right before something bad happens.
Right.
And they're shocked when people want to see what
Yes.
happens.
And
Yeah.
they're
And
like,
I'm like-
wow, I didn't expect this to happen. I guess I'll show you guys.
I don't care that they're posting it. I think it's great because I think it's cool, and most of the time I think it's great. But at the same time, I'm like, just ditch the second half
That's
where you
funny.
go, I'm so incredibly shocked
I
at your
think-
guys' generosity and thoughts. And I'm like,
It's so funny.
no, you're not.
I think that's still a relic of the early YouTuber thing.
Yeah.
/ have you heard of the millennial pause?
Yeah.
You know what
No.
the
Big
millennial
thing right
pause is?
now.
Okay, so there's this thing on TikTok that Gen Z obviously has, broken our brains, right? And they overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
And it's the millennial pause because allegedly, I'm not saying if it's true or not,
I'm
no,
saying
but
it's
it is,
true, all right?
is a millennial before they film themselves, they will pause because it's like, and I'm assuming it's like to see the recording start.
Yes.
So it's like,
Press play.
hey guys, I just want to tell you about something that's happening. And that's like a clear sign
seconds
of like,
before
oh,
you
this
start.
millennial is using
Wait, I love that
yes,
so much.
Yes. The millennial pause.
Millennial pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gen Z, I guess, does the thing where it's like they start talking before they hit record, like, or when they hit record. So it's like you can always kind of tell, like, when somebody's making a,
Isn't it
Well,
weird?
so Keith from the Try Guys did a TikTok, and he had like this long pause in the beginning. And Hank Green stitched it, and he was like, "Keith, really the millennial pause?" and then Keith like slapped back to Hank
Hank
Green.
Green.
He was like, "Hank, I don't give a crap about any sort of freaking pauses. Okay, I am old." Like all this stuff. And
love
he's like,
Keith.
"And so are you. So are you. Shut up on this stupid ass." Like, just totally goes
It
on.
reminds me of
Totally
like
coming from Hank
the
Green.
early days of YouTube or like Vine too, like when people
Fine.
like there's just like certain ways you can tell how people use social media,
Yep,
right?
yep.
TikTok, I would say it's like the Gen Z one is they're like talking while they're setting their phone down, so it's like all shaky and then
Oh my gosh.
there goes the bottle
Jump scare. Jump scare.
Gosh.
guys. Like they'll set it down as they're talking and then the video starts. you know?
Yeah.
That's like a Gen Z thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's the one thing I'd like to leave. Let's just stop doing it because I think we've now realized.
You're saying the follow-up video.
The follow-
Yeah,
follow-up.
I think that we realize now
Just
that
post the
when
video.
we post it on social media, our expectation, whether or not it does or it doesn't, is that it does go viral. Because you
Sure.
don't post on, especially on TikTok, you don't post on TikTok with the intention of being like, I'm just gonna like, and I get
Nobody
is
will
the
see
other piece
this.
of it, right?
Yeah.
People are pretending like, oh, I don't care about the views. I just do it
Yeah.
because I love it, and it's like. No, you can love
right.
it, but you do care about the views. You know what I'm saying? And
Dang.
they go hand in hand. Where I'm like,
You
let's
want us
just
to
drop
all
the charade.
just
You know,
let's all just do what we're doing,
Right.
which is being
Yeah.
grubby little money
Attention.
whores, right?
Yeah,
Attention
exactly.
whores. Yeah.
Exactly. I just want people to start going, hey, just post it and let's enjoy it. And if it blows up, it blows up. And you can even respond and say, wow, awesome. Like here's the second half of that.
Yep.
But just drop the
We
freaking,
all know what we're buying into
Yes,
here.
yes, yes.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, ditto.
What are you leaving in the old year?
That too.
Oh, really, Annie? Come on.
Okay, Annie's leaving
Okay, fine.
effort. She's leaving effort in the old year.
Wow.
Good for
That's
her.
good.
That's great.
I think the ones I hate that I want to leave is this all like
It's up to you.
TikTok related?
Yeah, it
Up to
is.
you. No,
It
if
is.
you,
it's
it can be
anywhere.
TikTok.
It's
we
not
can do
not.
it leave
Too
it
much
in
effort.
22 every week and just pick a different topic. Social media.
Billboards. I've been recently thinking this is never going to change. I know.
Oh.
I hate billboards.
Really?
I truly hate them. I was thinking this the last couple days. Every time I see one, I'm like, God, just like, really, we need ads that much? You just like the fact that we have technology. Get rid of billboards.
Is it because there's so many of like the Antonin Miranda
Oh,
divorce
the divorce ones?
Yeah.
Not even that. It's just like,
Oh, man.
why
Like
have we
the-
decided
it's the finger with the.
Till death do us part
with
or
the
something.
tan line?
The tan line,
The tan
yes.
line. And he was like,
Yes.
you know,
Awesome.
I'll help
Call
you
me
get
today.
divorced.
I
But
Did
no.
we talk about that on this show?
No.
My favorite one was Christmas time, and it just said "ho"
Oh,
H-O
yeah, that was it.
with a little
Yeah.
Santa hat or
And
something.
then it
so
says
good.
divorce law.
Great.
Here's my thing though, like, do we
pass
really have
on
to?
that.
We have to like obstruct every view in the freaking world and
Certainly.
throw a giant, you,
You
know,
need
like
something to see
15
when you're
by
driving.
10, whatever,
But
freaking.
do you think that it's because there's not
advertisement?
like a good? There's not. There hasn't been like a huge advancement, and then like they haven't gone LED wall or anything like that.
I would hate them
or-
more if they were LEDs.
Okay. Well,
I just hate them.
I
Say your piece. I love it.
I,
Let's tear 'em
I
down.
disagree. I
Okay,
disagree.
well, of
you're
course
coming
you do.
for
You
you're
have
coming
another
for
bone to pick?
billboards.
Really?
No, you
Oh.
do clearly about billboards.
Right. I think they're ugly. Okay.
Okay, you're
and
wrong.
They're ugly,
You're
and
wrong.
there's too many.
Not-
I'm
not
wrong
I disagree.
that they're
You're
ugly.
wrong.
Oh, I'm
You're
wrong.
wrong,
that
and I'm talking about
freaking
Antoine Miranda.
Billboards are
When-
ugly.
When I need a divorce order,
Name me
you
one
know who I'm
billboard
calling?
that's adorable,
Antoine
pretty,
Miranda.
adds to
I
the
am.
surroundings
Ho.
of the world.
I like the billboards that are like in 2 exit. Is this food place or this
Straight
drink
up.
place? I like
Straight
those
up.
ones.
Kara, get out.
Yeah. Cara, what are you leaving behind? Hot take.
Come on. Scooter Braun.
Honestly, it should have been left behind a long time ago.
Yes.
But freaking Shein,
Say it.
like
Ooh,
all of this
I agree.
fast fashion,
You're
like
Fast
talking
fashion.
about that.
Like-
oh,
got
not the
it.
dance show.
like definitely have a warehouse in China
talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
under with like
Shein.
kids
Shen
working
Yun.
kind of place. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Like I
fast
hate,
fashion.
I
Fast
hate
fashion.
Oh,
going-
here we go. I love
Yes,
it.
hate
yes.
Love this
going
passion.
To the camera,
thrifting.
please. To the camera,
I hate
please.
going thrifting, and
Yeah.
all you people who bought Shein have gotten this thing has taken a month to come to your house,
Here, here.
and then it doesn't fit, and you can't return it, so you just freaking donate it, and you're ruining all the vintage finds with Shein.
That's. Say
That's
the
your
damn
wife,
piece.
man.
Say the
That's your
damn
wife.
piece.
Awesome.
Well,
Leave it in
Leave
22.
it behind.
Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, Kara.
Thank you.
Ryan.
Ryan,
Okay.
you're up.
Here it goes.
Uh-oh.
I have, in the past couple of months, I've watched 3 movies with the same sentiment. Rich people bad.
Oh.
I watched a movie called The
That was
Glass
your
Onion.
brand for a while.
I know, but hear me out. I watched The Glass
Okay.
Onion.
your
I
whole
watched
your whole personality you're
The
leaving
Menu,
behind in 2022.
And we recently watched Triangle of Sadness. Spoilers, don't waste your time.
Don't.
Terrible movie.
Bad.
And I just hate it because rich people are making the movies.
Yeah.
Right.
The people that make the movies are the rich people.
They're
So
they're
interesting.
preying
They're like-
on us middle class.
They're like, look at how bad we should punish rich people for their sins, and the middle class, poor people. That's really where the backbones of this. Guys, we know
They're pandering to us.
they're pandering to us.
Dang it. And I
They
hate
think they're
it.
being
and
cheeky.
and the thing I don't like rich people, but I
We know.
especially don't like to be patronized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And they're
that makes
patronizing
sense,
me.
actually.
Yeah. You know what? So that's what I'm leaving behind is rich people telling me stuff.
Yeah. We just started watching quality movies like Cocaine Bear.
Whoa,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
Let's go!
seeing freaking cocaine bear.
Cocaine Bear.
But if you
I've
better
never
see
seen it.
that it
Bear.
was directed by
Annie.
Elizabeth Banks.
I'm gonna tell
No.
you. I'm gonna tell you a story right now that is so
seems
great.
almost as a
Cocaine
waste.
Bear is based on a true
know.
story.
Yeah, that's funny. That's awesome.
What do you mean you know?
I think I read that about this bear that went crazy after like getting fed drugs.
Yeah, they did an autopsy on this bear after it finally did overdose. They said it was alive on drugs for 12 hours. That means for that 12-hour period, this apex predator that will never be around ever again, this grizzly bear on cocaine was terrorizing the woods for like half a day.
Not apex predator.
Yes,
That's so
dude.
good.
This thing tore up everything in sight and, I don't know, danced to like house music too, probably.
House music.
I'm not seeing cocaine.
Come on.
Come
Alexa,
on, Annie.
when's the next showing of Cocaine Bear?
Let's find out. It's only one way to know.
She didn't answer.
I hate her.
She obviously every single night at this
Hey,
time.
to
Yeah.
answer your
gives
question.
up.
Answer your question.
What's up?
What we're leaving behind.
What's up?
2022?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alexa.
Alexa.
She's done. She's dead to me. She's
Get
dead to
over
me.
You know what? We're not
Wow.
going to get into it.
They're
I
calling,
am leaving Alexa behind in the 2020.
Do you know there's an Atlantic reporter post, and they called AI Chat GBT the death of American English class?
Yeah.
Wow.
talked about this a
Fantastic.
little
We
bit
talked about it
yeah.
last week.
Wow.
And it's
That's
great.
crazy.
It's great. Goodbye English class.
Yeah, a bunch of
Wow.
my students admitted to using it to write essays too. And I was like,
Come on.
Apparently-
pay a real person.
apparently
Pay
last
somebody
year-
to
Yeah,
write it.
go
Yeah.
pay someone.
Stimulate the economy at least.
Apparently
Come on.
capitalism.
5% of students admitted to using it.
Whoa, 5%.
Last year.
Oof.
Okay, but let's
I
be
miss the
real.
old
I'm
days.
gonna
So
be
that
real.
means like 50%
I'm gonna
are using
expose
it.
myself.
Okay.
When I was in college, I downloaded a program that would rewrite all my essays, and it would just take what I wrote and then basically
Whoa.
upgrade the sentences so that it would change enough words that like it wasn't detectable.
That's just like
You're
an
trash.
enhancer.
You
and
are
so
trash.
I just basically
Hey, I'm gonna admit I paid $35 for some random person writing an essay when I was in college. I paid $35, and
Okay.
I'll do it again. I'd do it again 10 times over.
My turn.
Wow.
I copy and pasted like a thing, like just a website. I didn't even do any effort at all. Totally got caught. Totally got
that's
detention.
Really? You
stupid
got
of
caught?
you.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I got put on probation at SDSU.
Oh, for what?
Boo.
SDSU.
You should.
Did you cheat?
feel bad? Yes, she cheated.
Cara
I
cheated?
didn't.
Yeah, you got
It's
caught.
a whole
Wait,
story.
wait. Tell the story.
And
Come
then I
on.
quit SDSU. Nah, we
She
don't
was-
have time.
she was aiding
We don't
and
have time.
abetting.
We got places
You were
to be.
aiding and abetting a
No.
cheater?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Love that,
Yeah, I
Cara.
was.
Keep the mystery.
Okay, off you podcast. I want to hear that story.
Wow. How often do we finish a podcast with a round of applause?
It's for
We
the
are
listeners. It's our
amazing.
live
We
audience
are
clapping,
amazing.
not us.
I mean, you are amazing. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
we
guys.
know.
Yeah.
Wait. So that was you clapping at me? That was
Oh,
okay.
wrap
Annie's-
it up.
For the
Yeah.
listeners,
Wrap it up.
Annie is doing
Yeah.
the stereotypical wrap it up sign with her
Yeah.
2 fingers. And now she's doing like a I'm crazy, like, oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm not going to say that one. On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla, Annie the Skovmand. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you here next week on What the Podcast.